Need some extra cash? Enjoy making videos? This could be the perfect side hustle for you. Hello and welcome to Practical Personal Finance, where you get the information you need to understand and succeed with money. I'm Andrew Scheer, and this is Practical Hustles, a new series where I teach you to make some extra cash on the side. If you or someone you know has a unique side job, leave a comment down below or reach out to me via email. I would love to hear from you. Today, we'll be covering the services that a video production business provides, the tools and skills you'll need to get started, and how to get your very first client. Make sure you give this video a blue thumbs up, and while you're at it, click that red subscribe button. You're about to learn something new about money. Have you ever gone to a local business's website and watched a video where the owners introduce themselves and tell you about what products and services they offer? Have you ever been scrolling through your Facebook feed and watched a video about a fundraising event coming up for a local nonprofit you support? Have you ever attended a religious service where you watched a video up on the projector screen? In each of those cases, it's quite likely that an independent local video producer was hired to make those videos, and they probably got paid good money to do it. If shooting and editing videos is something you enjoy, then starting your own independent video production business is an amazing way to earn some money on the side. As a video producer, you'll work with clients like local small businesses, religious groups, and nonprofit organizations. You'll be responsible for shooting and editing video content that those clients will use for things like marketing, training, and educational purposes. Your work will be displayed on websites, social media pages, and up on the big screen at events. For an insider's perspective on video production as a side hustle, I talked to Greg Prinz, CEO of Chapter One Films in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Being in that position of saying, I have this camera, I can operate it great, I know how to shoot and edit things, tell me what you want, and I can operate like that on the side. And there are so many people looking for that. There are a lot of people that I have to turn down that are looking for that just say, no, I only want to pay you X amount because I have this huge vision. And I come in and say, okay, well, a lot of what I offer is helping you out with that process. That's why my prices are higher. And instead, you could be somebody who's got a full-time job and on the side wants to make $500 on a weekend and goes and shoots something real quick for somebody. So I definitely think it in a lot of cases operates better as a side hustle than a full-time company, as video production, that is.
To get started with video production, you're going to need both a set of tools and a set of skills. The great part about this particular side hustle is that you don't necessarily need to invest a ton of money to try it out and see if it's for you. If you've got a smartphone that was made in the past 5 years, then you've probably got everything you need to get started. Open up your camera app, switch it to video mode, and you're ready to shoot. After you're done capturing some video clips, download a free video editing app and get to work editing your first video.
As far as acquiring the equipment, I think it's just slowly, it takes time. You know, you might be operating off your phone at first and say, hey man, I can capture a lot of cool videos and I'm throwing it onto some free editor and I'm putting music to it. And that's a really great way to start. And that can build your passion and your desire to want to see more of that. And it really does take that motivation to lead you to say, I want to actually invest my time to get better at a more advanced editing program, let's say, that you got to invest a little bit of money in too. Because if you don't have that passion, you're not going to want to go there anyway. So always, I think, start at something very basic.
Once you know you're serious about doing video production, you can invest more of your time learning about advanced cameras, lighting, audio recording, and editing techniques. Just about everything you could ever want to learn about video production is available for free on YouTube. Be aware that you will encounter professional video producers who offer training courses for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But unless you've got a ton of extra cash, I would avoid those. If you want a little bit more of a structured learning experience, there are courses available on websites like Skillshare and Udemy for a fraction of the cost.
I definitely think now, in this day and age, things like YouTube tutorials and just the ability to self-educate are so easy. I still use YouTube tutorials when it comes to certain kinds of editing or working on certain projects and finding out maybe better processes. YouTube is an awesome resource because you can be as detailed as you want with your search, and there will usually be some kind of tutorial to teach you some of these skills.
If there was a word of caution I would give to all aspiring video producers, it would be to avoid feeling like you need the latest, most advanced gear to make a quality video. There are a lot of resources out there dedicated to reviewing brand new cameras, lights, and audio recorders. Having all that gear is not going to make you successful as a video producer. It's just going to make you broke. Keep in mind that if you need a better camera, a special light, or a different lens for a particular job, you can always rent that equipment for a fraction of the cost of buying it. Then you can build the cost of the rental into your fee for that project, and your client will essentially be paying for it instead of you. Last but not least, let's talk about the hardest part, actually getting some clients. The very first thing I believe you should do, as with any side hustle, is to get the word out to your personal network. Post on your personal Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn pages that you're doing video production on the side. Be specific about what kinds of clients you want to work with and the type of videos you want to create for those clients. Your first few jobs will probably come from your personal network. If you're feeling a little more ambitious, you can attend a local networking event. Many of these might be virtual right now with the pandemic, but they are a great place and a great opportunity for you to get face-to-face with potential clients. If you're going to an in-person event, make sure you dress professionally and bring a stack of business cards to hand out. A good first impression can go a long way. When you don't yet have much of a reputation for doing video production work, it can also help to have a portfolio of your work to show potential clients. One way to easily get a couple of projects under your belt is to offer to work for free or for a reduced cost.
There were a couple opportunities I took advantage of early on where I did do some pro bono work. Very strategically, one was for a therapist who had said she really wanted to get into video. She had a really big practice, and I said, you know what, let me just do one free video for you, because I kind of figured she'd come back and buy more, which she did. And the second one was for a really large networking meeting that I had been attending that had pretty much no video content, but they had a pretty big digital presence. And so I actually approached them and said, hey, let me film one of your networking events. That was completely free, and both of those ended up turning into really good starting points for me to kind of get the ball rolling with a lot of clients.
I want to thank my good friend Greg Prinz for taking the time to share his experience and answer my questions about starting a video production business. If this sounds like a side hustle you'd be interested in, I highly recommend listening to our entire 15-minute conversation on the Practical Personal Finance podcast. It's available right now wherever you listen to podcasts. Look for episode number 17. And if you'd like to get in touch with Greg or just keep up with what he's working on, I left a link to his website and Facebook business page down below. Have you ever thought about starting a video production business? Do you have any further questions? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, then you'll love my video about starting a YouTube channel. Click right here to watch. And if you're not yet a PPF subscriber, then click right here to hop on board. As always, thanks for watching. I'm Andrew Shear, and I'll see you next time.